I met your mom at the sports arena. Rodney on Joe Cooley concert. I won some tickets on the radio and I took your mama up there. I'm thinking I'm doing something nice. We get to go backstage and it was dope as fuck because as a fan of hip hop, you know, I was awestruck to be around all that greatness, you know. We saw Rodney on Joe Cooley actually lead a dressing room. And as they was passing us by, your mama reached out and gave Rodney a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. And Joe Cooley passed, your mama just shrugged her shoulders at the nigga and turned and rolled her eyes. I looked at your mama, I'm like, damn, that's Rodney on Joe Cooley. She said, yeah, I like Rodney, but Joe ain't really that cool. He know why. I never understood that. But niggas know your mama.
The bass that's in your face, show enough shrugs your face. Just like you got sprayed by a can of mace. You see your speaker is moving, everybody is grooving.
Yeah. I met your mama back in 1994. She was stranded on Hawthorne Boulevard and she says to me, I left my money at home and my battery's dead. You got any jumper cables? And I was like, nah, I ain't got no cables. She said, well, take me to Pep Boys so I can get a new battery. Her not having no money puzzled me, but I took her anyway. When we got to Pep Boys, she went straight to the counter and hollered at the Mexican dude at the register. He started smiling, went to the back and came back with a fresh battery. She says to me, put this in the car while I go talk to him. And I was like, damn, you ain't gonna pay for it? Do you work here or something? Your mama says, nah, who you think services the service department? Niggas know your mama.
When the light comes on, just come in. Pep Boys does everything for less.
Back in 1995, your mama used to kick it in the jungles real tough. One night she asked me to drop her off over there on my way to work. It was cold, it was raining, so I said, cool. We driving, and once I got to La Brea and Coliseum, she was like, let me out here. It was a gas station. It was dark and dangerous that night, and I said, you sure you good over here, girl? At that very moment, about 5 niggas walked up to the car, and one of them said to me,
oh, she bold over here, blood.
Your mama smiled at the nigga and said,
Whoa.
And walked off into the alley. And I ain't see her again until the next day. And when I talked to her, I asked her, was you straight last night? She said, oh, we was baking. Niggas know your mama. Back in 1993, right before you were born, your mama had her baby shower at Dinker Park. It was a beautiful day. Her homegirls was out there thick, the spaghetti was smacking, and I was standing by the pit macking your auntie Nene down. But that's another story. Your daddy showed up in an all-red St. Louis Cardinals jersey. Now, mind you, that thing was fly, but it was the wrong park to be wearing that shit at. Right before they did the gender reveal, I saw about 50 niggas wearing all blue come out of nowhere and just started pressing your daddy's line. He just knew he was about to get his ass whooped. That's when I heard a loud ass whistle, and then I seen your mama part the crowd of niggas and run up on a G nigga, and she gave him 2 thumbs up. I guess it was cool because he dapped her up and all them niggas just left, but your mama was mad. She told your daddy, I just grabbed me another plate of spaghetti and got the fuck on. Niggas know your mama.
How to survive in South Central, a place where busting the gap is fundamental. No, you can't find this shit in a handbook. Take a close look at a rap.
I used to kick it in the Bay Area real tough back in the late 90s, right there off 73rd and E14. I used to see your mama walking up and down E14 all day, jumping in and out of fly-ass whips. And she was so pretty, I thought to myself, damn, she gotta be a star. One day I saw her jumping out of Cadillac going into the liquor store, and I asked her, I said, excuse me, miss, are you a celebrity? Your mama said, boy, I'm international. And then she jumped in the car with another dude and bonked out. Now, I ain't think about it much, but years later, they changed the name of E14 to International, and that brought it to mind. I was like, damn, she must have really been famous. A real legend on E14. Niggas know your mama.
I remember how it all began. I used to sing dirty raps to my East Side fans. Back then, I knew you couldn't stop this rap. No MC could rock like that. Then the new style came, the bass got deeper. He gave up the mic.
I remember when your mom was pregnant with you staying over there in Culver City. One day she was craving some Louisiana fried chicken real bad, and the only one she liked was on Manchester and Normandy. So she sent your father to go get her some, and he did. But when he got there, he noticed 17 Crips standing outside, but he paid it no mind because your pops didn't bang. He went in, he got the food, he came out, but when he got back to the car, he found himself surrounded by these 17 Crips pressing his line. Your daddy said,
I just want to get this snack pack back to my girl.
One of the Crips heard that and said,
Is that the snack pack with the rice and the shrimp? Oh, that's Tay-Tay food.
Your daddy felt relieved because he thought he got a pass, but them niggas still funky stomped his ass. When he got home, he went to your mama giving her the food, crying, talking about,
Baby, them niggas jumped me.
Your mama said,
They called me already. The homies didn't jump you, nigga. They just put you on the set. And you forgot my hot sauce. Now you gotta go back.
Niggas know your mama.
Riding around the city with a rich man look. In my song, be remember like a Monster Cody book.
I met your mama at the Hollywood Improv at the Corey Holcomb show. The house was packed, the drinks was flowing, and Corey was on stage killing it as usual. He was telling a joke about a bitch with good pussy and a thick mustache. I looked around the audience and I seen everybody in stitches. It was all smiles everywhere, except from your mama. After the show, I asked her, I said, what's wrong, girl? You ain't have a good time? She said,
Well, Corey know he wrong. He could have said my name. He know where he got his inspiration from. And he left out the best part.
niggas know your mama.
I know she know I'm a dog, but I like the way she lick my balls.
I remember when your mama and your daddy first got together, but your mama was still a player out here in these streets. She was fucking with this dude from Raymond that hung out at Helen Keller Park. Once your daddy found out about that, he was infuriated, and all he heard was Raymond and Helen Keller Park. He jumps in your mama's car and races to the park looking for a fight. When he get there, he don't really see nobody, but he jump out tripping anyway, talking about,
Who the fuck is Raymond?
all of a sudden, 26 niggas appear out of thin air and pummel your daddy. I mean, they whooped his ass. And they was about to take the car too, until one nigga recognized it and said,
Hey, that's Felicia's car. We just sold that bitch them rims.
niggas know your mama.
What all the niggas saying? Hell yeah. What all the niggas saying?
It was the beginning of June 1993, a scorching hot summer in these LA streets. Your mama had just met your daddy at El Camino College and took him on a first date to a house party in her old neighborhood on the east side off 69th and Main. The party was jumping, packed wall to wall with people smoking, drinking, and throwing up gang signs. Your daddy was hella uncomfortable because he wasn't from around there and he didn't know your mama like that, but he liked her. All night, your mama homeboys kept coming up to her offering gleeful enthusiasm and low-handed hugs. She was screaming,
Six pack, six pack, six pack.
but your daddy didn't understand it. But when they left, your daddy asked her,
So since when you been liking beer? I didn't know you can drink a whole 6-pack.
yeah, she can drink a whole 6-pack, my nigga. Niggas know your mama. Early in their relationship, your mom and daddy had broke up for a brief period of time, during which she started fucking with this G nigga from Tongue and Crip. When your daddy found out, he was so upset. He was talking all this tough shit about what he was gonna do.
Oh, that nigga gotta see me. That nigga gotta see me.
Well, one day the G nigga seen your daddy at the Hawthorne Mall, and he socked your daddy out for playing on his phone. And that's why to this day, your daddy won't eat Chick-fil-A Polynesian sauce. Niggas know your mama.
Cause to live in the doom, you got to know the boom. This ain't the Oklahoma sooner, but it's coming soon.
When we were young, the elote man used to be on the block all day. I never ate him, but he would often give them to your mama for free. One day she came to my house with 2 fresh ones and offered me one. I didn't take it. Not because I don't like elote, I just didn't like that she already had white shit in the corner of her mouth. Niggas know your mama.
Vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo.
I remember when she got her first spot, a single in Hawthorne on Yukon right off 135th. You was a baby then. She ain't have no furniture up in there, but we'd party all night. We'd often make a pallet and get busy on the floor. But not before she took care of you. She would put you to sleep and lay you on my starter jacket. Niggas know your mama.
Freak me, baby. Oh, yeah. Freak me, baby. Just like that. Freak me, baby. Oh, yeah. Freak me, baby. Let me lick you up and down till you say stop.
One time, your daddy drove your mama all the way to Lancaster prison for what he thought was a job interview. For 4 hours, he waited in the car in the scorching hot California sun while she was inside smuggling 2 ounces of stress, a flip phone, and 15 minutes of fellatio to a G nigga from Hoover on a family day visit. When she got back to the car, your father asked her,
How was it, baby? Did you get the job?
Your mama replied,
Nah, it's groovy though. I got the job done.
Niggas know your mama. Back in the 9th grade, your daddy had a crazy crush on your mama, but he was too scared to say something to her. When he finally worked up the nerve to holler at her, she let him down quick when she said,
Oh, you know I love the guys.
Now your daddy was crushed, heartbroken, and intimidated because the first person that came to mind when she said that was one of the most feared and respected Pirus in the city. The streets called him Dulo, AKA Nagai, and your daddy didn't want no problem with that, so he kept pushing. Over the next couple of weeks, your daddy would see your mama chilling and canoodling with various other G niggas from Piru, and he was confused. So one day he saw her at school and said,
I thought you said you in love with the guy. What you doing with all these other dudes?
Your mama said,
No, I said I love the guys. All of them. 500 block, them my niggas, blood. And I ain't had the guy yet, but I'm about to.
Niggas know your mama.
I said, hey, baby.
Back in '89, I met your mom at Kmart right here on Western and Imperial. She was inside boosting a bronze panty set, a pack of Uno cards, and 2 scented candles. When she saw me, she said,
Damn, you tall. Watch my back and cover me while I handle my business.
and I definitely obliged because your mama's derriere was magnificent in those bright red biker shorts. She boosted her shit, turned around, blew me a kiss, and disappeared into the aisles. Before I got a chance to catch up with her and get her number, I got hemmed up by the loss prevention. I said, man, I ain't even do nothing. He said,
I know. She was the one stealing, and she do it all the time. But you was cock blocking, man. Why you standing in the way? We wanted to see that ass too.
niggas know your mama.
Kick this one here for me and my DJ. Kicking cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far. And I do get better, the voice gets wetter. Nobody gets hurt as long as you let.
Back in 1992, Arrested Development dropped their hit song, Tennessee. At that time, your mama was all on her bohemian tip. You know, incense, sage, shea butter. And she loved that song. So much so that she often talked about relocating to Memphis. And one day she did. She told me she was going down there to take up African American studies. But somewhere along the line, she ended up meeting Project Pat and moving weight for that nigga. She ain't been the same since. Niggas know your mama.
Lord, I've really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground. Although I am black and brown, problems got me pessimistic. Brothers and sisters keep messing up. Why does it have to be so damn tough? I don't know where I can go to let these ghosts out of my skull.
I remember when your mama first started over there at Compton College. She was majoring in education. Everybody just knew that college would be a cakewalk for your mama as she was a straight A student throughout high school. But about 3 months in, she met this dude named Eric that hung out in the Grandies. She began to lose focus and get distracted, and eventually she quit school altogether. One day your grandmother asked her,
Why you quit school? And what you be doing in the grandies all day?
your mama lied to her. She said,
I'm still in school. I just be in the grannies tutoring my classmates.
she wasn't doing no tutoring over there, but she was for sure serving the knowledge. Niggas over there call her the nutty professor. Niggas know your mama.
What do you want me to do with it?
Don't matter, just don't bite. She swallowed it.
Suck this dick from daddy.
She swallowed it.
Juicing at the lips.
She swallowed it.
It's the world's biggest dick.
What do you want me to do?
Back in 1994, I met your mom at this popular late night eatery in Beverly Hills called Larry Parker's. She was in there with some dude she introduced to me as Puff, but he said his name was Sean. He offered me a drink, but I thought he was gay, so I paid him no mind. All night I saw him and your mama shimmying and sliding on the dance floor like some black leprechauns. He was offering everybody in the club drinks, saying,
Take that, take that, take that.
and every time your mama took that. I think back on that moment in hindsight and think to myself, damn, I'm glad I ain't take that. Niggas know your mama.
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. Fuck a fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way, and the ransom notes. Far from handsome, but damn a nigga tote much. More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch disappear, vamoose.
Back in the days, we used to kick it in the spot that we called headquarters. One night I was in there with your mama smoking some minty green AZ and drinking some bumpy face. It was getting late, so I decided to head home, and your mama said to me,
You going down Normandy? I ain't got no bus fare. Can you drop me off at the house?
I said, yeah. When we were on the way, your mama looked me in the eyes and said,
Hit that quickie split.
I was like, okay, so we went down Western. And when we got to 78th, your mama said,
What we doing here?
I said you wanted quick and split. Your mama said,
No, I said I want you to hit that quick and split. My boyfriend coming over later. I ain't even hungry, but if you are, I can get you something to eat. My friend, the chef in there.
niggas know your mama.
All you can eat. All you can eat.
It was the Block to Block tour 1999, Jacksonville, Florida stop. I met your mom backstage. She said her name was Michelle, a tall, pretty, brown-skinned Amazon of a woman. She said she was there with her boyfriend, but she couldn't find him. She wanted to meet Too Short, but security was tight and wasn't allowing anybody back. So we conversed for a minute, then parted ways. I meandered about the venue for a little while and made my way back to the dressing room when I saw this guy standing in the hallway looking kind of lost. I paid him no mind and went on in the dressing room. When I opened the door, I saw my friend Ty standing on the coffee table with your mom fixed to the tip of his rod like a largemouth bass. I must have left the door open too wide because the guy walked in behind me and said,
Michelle, why are you in here like that?
Your mom said,
I had to. He too short.
niggas know your mama.
You want a buck, bitch? You can get me up with some head.
Back in the days, I used to catch the RTD home from school. Now, she didn't go to school with me, but I'd always see your mama jump on about 4 stops after me and do the same thing. No pass, no cash, and she'd sit in the same spot right in the front across from our driver, Earl. Now, she'd be up there talking to him, keeping him company, making him laugh, and you could see dudes smiling from ear to ear from the back of the bus. Now, I'm no expert, but it was clear to me that Earl was smitten with your mama. This went on for about 2 weeks, then one day I ain't see your mama get on the bus. A couple more days went by and I ain't see her get on the bus still. So I asked Earl, hey Earl, what happened to the little cutie that be riding with you? Earl said,
Man, she can't ride my bus no more. I took her to the snooty and she burned me, dog. And she stole my wallet.
niggas know your
I
mama.
dropped them off at home. Goddamn, look at this shit. My wallet's gone. The hoes beat me, but I left it alone.
I remember back in 1993 when your mama was on Girls. She went through her little stud phase for a minute, and when your mama did it, she did it right. You would often see her in some fresh jabots or some crispy 501s with the all-white K-Swiss and the fresh white teeth from the swap meet. Your mama was a fly-ass nigga out here. She had a cute little girlfriend named Net, a stripper out the low bottoms. Your mama and Net would often hit the catch one to recruit new girls and bring them into the fold for fun. Net and your mama hit it off royally until one day they got into a fight. Net found out that your mama was fucking around with her big brother, and Net beat the rainbow out your mama. Ever since then, she been strictly dickly. Niggas know your mama.
Mr. Loverman, Shabba. Mr. Loverman, Shabba. Mr. Loverman, Shabba. Mr. Loverman.
I remember back in 1998 when I used to kick it on the homeboy Bosco's front porch right here in Vermont Square Park. One night we was out there chilling, smoking big when your mama pulled up to get her some weed. She asked me to come smoke with her on the other side of the park. Now I got love in the 40s, but I'm not familiar with all them dudes. Shit gets shady after dark. Fast forward 20 minutes later, I find myself in your mama's passenger seat, twisting up the fattest Garcia Vega ever. Things were going good, better than I expected, because your mama found her way to my zipper. As she leaned in to get closer, the young lokes patrolling was looking for opery. They saw me in the car and ran up with the gun, but then your mama leaned up and they said,
Felicia, girl, you need to tell niggas you out here.
I almost got my brains blew twice that night. Niggas know your mama.
Said I can give it to you, but what you gonna do?